So I came across a comment a while ago, so I did a video reacting to this. Oh damn, it's hot. Reacting to this whole Trump. Damn it. So I did a video reacting to this whole Trump situation and his decision to basically ban South Africa, or ban South Africa from the G20 or something like that, right?
South Africa shouldn't even be in the G's anymore.
And I came across a very interesting comment. A comment about something I didn't know about till like recently, till I saw the comment, something about the stages of genocide. This person was basically like, you probably don't know what they are and you do better to educate yourself. So I'm just like, that is kind of interesting. And I looked into it, right? And yeah, I found a lot, but I'm like grateful that I came across this. I'm grateful that someone did raise this issue, right? Because I feel like this is something that we could be overlooking and something that most of us don't, some or most don't even know is a thing, right? I didn't know there was an actual model on genocide and stuff like that till like recently. And don't ask me why I'm wearing my hoodie, because I love this hoodie and it's black. I know. Okay, whatever. So a commonly cited comprehensive model for understanding the process of this genocide was developed by a Dr. Gregory H. Stanton, the founder of the Genocide Watch. And I guess the reason this person, whoever it was, brought it up, I think it was, it posed as a way of trying to justify or to support the claims and basically what Trump has been saying for a while, you know what I'm talking about. But like in this whole model, right, Dr. Gregory H. Stanton, you don't have to disrespect anyone right now, you know what I'm talking about, bro, but listen, bro, this is funny. Not funny, but it's important, and I feel like it's the reason why I did research, but I feel like, okay, anyways, he outlines 10 stages that are not necessarily linear, but can also happen simultaneously, which is crazy, because the way I look at it, bro, I feel like we've been living or hovering these stages for a while as South Africa and probably around the world. But it's, yeah, we'll get into it. I mean, if you think about our history, you know, something that began at 1652, you know, the separation and the torment, you know, and all the stress, you know what I'm talking about, is the reason I'm like, yo, bro, can this also be used for what happened back then? You know what I'm talking about? I guess in stage one, classification is when people are divided into us and them, basically what is still happening today, by ethnicity, race, religion, or nationality. I feel like that one is self-explanatory. Stage two is symbolization, so we're giving names or others symbols for classification reasons. This can be forced upon the victim group, like the yellow star for Jews in, I don't want to say the word, but let's say Nazi Germany, right? I hope the YouTube algorithm isn't able to pick that one up. But stage three is discrimination. The dominant group uses law, customs, and political power to deny rights to the identified groups. They may be excluded from civil rights or citizenship. Stage 5, or in fact stage 4, is dehumanization. So one group denies the humanity of the other. Victims are equaled with animals, vermin, insects, and even diseases, bro. This often, or it overcomes the normal human revulsion against murder. I mean, this sounds more like what happened during Apartheid for me, but I'm not allowed to talk about it or say stuff like that, so we're gonna move on, you know what I'm talking about. But I mean, I say that because of the way it was taught. Maybe I'm too black to understand or to think beyond my borders. Stage 5 is organization. Genocide is always organized and usually by the state, often using special army units or militias. Yes, militias. I thought it was militias, but it's actually militias. You know, mini militia, right? Stage 6 is polarization. This one is very interesting for me because extremists drive the groups apart. Hate groups broadcast polarizing propaganda. And this one is probably the one that is more attractive to people still pushing this narrative, you know what I'm talking about? Laws may forbid intermarriage or social interaction. Stage 7, extermination. So mass killings as plans, victims are identified and separated out because of their group identity. Death lists are drawn up and victims may be forced to wear identifying symbols. I haven't seen that one yet, but I mean, it's a complex model, and like I said, it's not linear, and maybe it could skip some stages. Who knows, bro? 8 is persecution, right? Victims are identified, or in fact, I may have messed 7 and 8 up, but who cares? Victims are identified and their basic human rights are systematically abused. And by the way, side note, you don't have to take this seriously. I'm not a individual that you could, in fact, I don't want to get to a point in my life where I make these videos and now I seem like a hero, or I seem like a person you can, with credible, you know, valid, you know what I'm saying? Do your own research. I just did a mini research here. Do your own research. Try to understand what's going on for yourself. Don't take what I'm saying as is. That's just my humble disclaimer. 8. Persecution victims are identified and their basic human rights are systematically abused. This includes forced displacement, segregation into ghettos and concentration camps. I watched the movie, I think it's A Boy in the Pajamas, something in the Pajamas. That movie is very terrifying, but because of the ending, it's so tragic. Property expropriation and the beginning of genocidal massacres, right? So I guess according to Trump, people are being a lot of people are being killed at mass. A lot of African farmers specifically are being killed at mass. But 9, extermination, or 9 is extermination. Extermination, mass killings, which is legally called genocide under UN convention. It is the swift, systematic effort to destroy the group. Something that Trump is pushing, a lot of people are pushing. And listen, I'm not denying everything, like in stage 10, right? Like these stages, I don't know, they seem a bit off, but like I'm not denying anything, you know what I'm talking about? I'm just like, I haven't seen it, and maybe, I mean, that doesn't mean that it's not happening if you haven't seen it live, or if you're not going through it yourself, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, hey, where is it happening? What group is leading this? You know what I'm saying? Is it Umalema? Is it Operation Tutula maybe? You know, indirectly, but who knows, bro? Denial is the final stage that always follows a genocide. The perpetrators deny that they committed any crimes in an effort to try to cover up the evidence. So they often blame the victims for what happened. So I guess this is how these people who take this or use this as support for the claims, I guess this is how, I guess maybe for some reason we're in stage 10. I don't know, because our government is denying everything. A lot of people are on some, you know, this is BS and everything. But I just did my research. I educated myself a bit, you know what I'm saying? Probably not properly. That is, you know what I'm saying? But I am gonna do some research, bro. But like, bro, I mean, we all aware of the claims. I mean, it's I feel like it's gotten to a bunch of South Africans already now, especially if you own a phone or a device, you know what I'm saying, or watch the news. You're aware. And I mean, the core claims of the selective brutal murders of farmers, you know, on the small holdings, you know what I'm talking about, is political rhetoric. You know what I'm talking about? The kiss the boer. It's not kiss the boer, but like, I don't want to repeat it here. You know Malema's slogans are cited as evidence of linking to the polarization and dehumanization stages. Land reform policies, this government's land reform policies, you know, EWC cited as persecution. Now, I could get into the countermeasures and how we have evidence to basically counter these claims, but this is not what we hear about. I didn't study those. I studied the stages, and I got a bit of an idea of what is going on. And even I can say, bro, when I look at these stages, this model as is, I kind of get where these people are coming from. You know what I'm saying? I kind of get where the comment is also coming from. I kind of get it. But I'm not done yet. Guys, what if we try to analyze the claims against the stages of this genocide, right? The ones that's happening in South Africa. So if you look at the stage classification, right? I don't know what stage that is. Stage 1. Division between black and white, particularly post-apartheid. This is still happening. I think it's still happening around the world. For me, you can't use that as support. You know what I'm talking about? This isn't right or wrong, or whether or not we can use it as support. But I'm just like, dehumanization stage, maybe? Well, I mean, the hate speech, especially those slangs of kissing the boer, you know, equating victims with vermin in political rhetoric. Okay, maybe. Organization stage. Allegations of organized crime groups of militias targeting farmers with impunity. I mean, there's still no tangible evidence to support this. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, like, let me not say too much. Let me continue. Persecution stage, maybe. Farm murders, torture, and proposed land expropriation without compensation acts. And then maybe extermination, the mass killings. Are there mass killings? Do we have mass killings? I mean, is there even such happening in South Africa? I mean, the murders here are probably less than 1%. I don't know. There's no source, you know. I'm taking a guess. Because I mean, like, bro, I'm just like, it's so, I don't know, use words that I don't understand. I was gonna say so secluded, but I don't even know what that means. It seems almost non-existent. You know what I'm talking about? Of course, I mean, crimes are happening. They probably do happen on farms too. People have come out and spoken about them. But I'm just like, can we label it a genocide, a whole movement, you know, a movement that is basically aimed at taking down in South Africa, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I don't know if this whole model supports Trump and this narrative. I don't know. What do you think? What do y'all think? Do you know anything about this model? Do you know more that I may have missed it? Did I miss anything? Yes, I probably did. You know what I'm saying? What do y'all think about this? I don't think it's logical enough, you know what I'm saying, or fair to say that whatever's happening in South Africa, you know, in correspondence to this model as well. I don't think it supports this so-called white genocide happening in South Africa. But I mean, yeah, man, I think it's all the BS. It's BS still. Because I mean, I see the division is causing, and maybe I'm not seeing beyond. Maybe I'm too black to understand. I don't know, man. That's not me hating on my blackness again. Hardy. What do you think, though? Oh, Super Sport just invited me somewhere. I'm joking. What do you think, though, bro? Like, what do you think? What do you think, though? Comment down below. Let me hear what y'all think. Yeah, this is interesting. Still got a lot of studying to do, and I think that's what makes it fun. You know what I'm saying? Type shit.
Kiss the boer, kiss the farmer. I thought it's English.
It is?
Yes.
And what does that mean?
It means kiss.
Kiss how?
Mwah.